I'm Anne and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I have a special guest, my boyfriend Zach, and we are going to be doing the Booktube Boyfriend Tag.
We're doing what?
Which he has no idea what it is. So it's going to be great.
I didn't know I was doing this.
This was created, I did tell him we were going to film, but he didn't know what we were going to film. But, so this tag was created by Myona Reads. She does not have the original video on her YouTube channel, but I will link her channel in general down in the description. So, this is pretty much a test for boyfriends of booktubers.
Excuse me? I didn't study.
Question number 1. How long have we been dating?
1 year. And 3 months. No, and 2 months.
Yeah.
And about 27 days.
I mean, you didn't need to get that detailed, but okay. Are you a reader?
I used to be quite a lot, and I'm kind of starting to start reading again a lot, but...
He's a reader. He just doesn't read quite as much as I do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I used to read at least a couple books a week, and now I read like a book a month, maybe.
Yeah, which is still a lot compared to a lot of people, so you're fine. What Hogwarts house are you
Well,
in?
that's Slytherin, of course.
Yes. So he's a Slytherin. I'm Ravenclaw. What is my... You don't have to answer this because I haven't actually told you this. What is my most anticipated book this year or next year? Now, I did have a blog post that came out about this like last week, but if you don't remember anything on there, that's okay. Okay, that's okay.
Nope, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's quite a few, but I don't really anticipate new releases, so it's not a bad thing that you didn't know. So,
Good.
yeah.
Because you don't have one, right?
Technically, I don't know. I have a few, like, books that are coming out this year that I'm like, I'd love to read that, but it's not, like, anticipated as much as most people do.
See, I knew you so well that I knew you didn't have one.
Yeah, exactly. Number 5. What was the last book I read? I don't think I talked to him about this, so...
No, but
yeah.
I can use my deductive reasoning. A History of China.
A History of China?
I don't know.
So the last book I read, I don't even know this. Oh yeah, Fragments of the Lost by Megan Miranda.
I was so off.
It was, well, I didn't even tell him about this, but it was a book for my book club. And it was a thriller that follows this girl who broke up with her boyfriend and then he dies and his car is found swept down the river. And there's some twists. I won't want to get into it. But the whole point...
That's going to be what happens if you break up with me.
No. Okay. The whole point of the story is it's like a thriller of her unwinding. Things are not as they appear. But it was an interesting book. Number 6, which I don't know if you'll know this either. What is my favorite book? I may have mentioned this author to you. I'll give you a hint. It's a classic. I'll give you another hint. It's Russian.
Oh, I know what book. I don't know the name.
Crime and Punishment.
That's not what I was thinking. Never mind.
By Fyodor Dostoevsky. That's my current favorite book, but I'm not going to like
hold it against
him because I have a lot of favorite books, and just because that happens to be my favorite right now does not mean it will be forever.
I think you've told me your favorite book a couple times before, and it hasn't been that either time.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have several books that are like in my top 10, but usually the one where like people ask me on random, I'm like Crime and Punishment. But anyway, I related to the psychopathic killer in that book.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. You know, maybe I can just leave. No?
No. Number 7, what is my favorite book genre?
Romance, right?
Are you kidding me? I hate romance. Really?
Historical, historical.
Yeah. That's true because I like both historical nonfiction as well as like historical fiction.
Yeah, that's why I was like, historical
It's both. Yeah, no, so he's right. He got that right. Number 8, how much time do I usually spend reading? He doesn't know this because he's not, like,
I'm not here all day.
Yeah.
I would say 3 hours a day. 3-4 hours a day.
I would say more like 2 hours. But yeah. It depends. Certain days I will read for like 6 to 7 hours
Yeah.
a day, and then certain days I read
I think
for
it
like an
averages
hour.
out to 3 hours
Yeah.
a day.
Okay. Yeah, he gets that one right.
See? I know a couple things,
Yeah.
even if she doesn't think I do.
Number 9. What is one thing you notice about my reading habits? I.e., watching TV, listening to music, etc. Like, what do I do while I'm reading? Yeah, I don't think he's seen this too much.
You sit in a corner, usually on
That's
the floor, and
That's not always true.
about half the time.
I do like sitting on the floor.
There's definitely been a time where she's texted me, and I'll be like, oh, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm sitting under my bed reading. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's technically not under my bed. I'm just next to the bed halfway under. So.
Either way, she likes reading in a bunch of random places. And I don't think you usually have anything like on in the background, like music or anything. You just the book
Yeah.
in quiet contemplation.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, I do know more than 2 things.
Number 10. What book should I read sometime soon? So what would you recommend me to read?
The Faithful and the Fallen by John
Gwynne.
John Gwynne.
John Gwynne? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I've been unable to shut up about for the last month.
He's been really enjoying reading it. And I will say, if you watch my resolutions of 2020 video, one of my resolutions was to read more epic fantasy. So I feel like that's...
See, I highly recommend it. It is one of my favorite series I have read. That and A Darker Shade of Magic. That's really good too.
Yeah.
But I will say...
Who wrote that?
That was...
Oh, yes. And I
V.E. Schwab.
V.E. Schwab. She wrote a series... City of Ghosts or something that was a middle grade series that I did read, and I really enjoyed that one. So, yeah. Okay, number 11, what book would you consider reading? And it could be something that, like, I've recommended to you, or just a random book that you've been thinking of reading.
I was thinking about something earlier, actually. Oh!
You're, like, slightly out of...
Oh.
There we go.
A little late now. But...
I know, it's like halfway done with the video, and I'm like, ooh, I should send you that.
So, the Faithful and the Fallen, which I've read I'm halfway through the last book in that series. He then has a sequel series, I guess, that I think is 3 books long. He's still in the middle of, and I'd like to read that next. I don't remember what it's called, though. And if not that...
Of Blood and Bone?
That's probably it.
A Time of Dread?
Yes, I think that's it.
Okay, yeah.
Which I guess is set like 100 years after the end of this series. So, yeah, that's something I would like to read. And then randomly, for some reason earlier, I was randomly just thinking of a Star Wars book that I read a long time ago that was all about zombies and stuff. And I was like, I should read that one again. So
He's really into the Star Wars book series, and yeah. He even got me to read one, and then I have not continued the trilogy.
That's all right. No, that's fine.
I'm sorry. Number 12. Superhero or supervillain?
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero. I mean, I will say probably some of my favorite heroes in, like, fantasy are, like, anti-hero.
Yeah.
I don't like them to be too clean-cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, everyone loves Venom, right?
Who's Venom?
Anyways.
Marvel? DC?
On to the next question.
All right. Okay, so number 13 is actually to test your knowledge of book YouTube terms.
Oh, okay.
So terminology.
I won't know anything.
Okay. So you're supposed to define these words, pretty much. So the first one should be easy because I talked to you a lot about it, and that's just Booktube.
YouTube, but for people who read books.
Yeah, that's true. Reading slump.
When you don't feel like reading anymore and you take a little bit of a break.
Yeah. TBR.
To be read.
Yeah. Isn't he good at this?
Yeah.
Wrap up.
A like a group of similar books, kind of. No.
No.
I don't know.
So a wrap up is something you do at like the end of the month or the end of the year where you're like, these are all the books I've read.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like wrapping up the end of the year or the end of the month. Something like that. Readathon.
I can put the words read and marathon together and make readathon. You just read a bunch of books in a row.
Yeah, yeah. And usually it's for like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a few of them, so he
Yeah.
probably knows. Reading vlog.
What we're doing right now.
I mean, technically, but a reading vlog would be more like following along in someone's average day while reading books. So like saying, oh, I am going to
you've
read
done a
this
couple
many
of
books.
those.
I have done a couple of those, yeah.
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 Close enough.
It's close enough.
I'll take
hey,
the point.
I think he did pretty good. And so that's the end of the tag. I think he did very good. I'm so proud of him.
Yay! Someone is proud of me at least for once.
Okay, a short announcement. Since I am back in school now in college, I have less time to record, so I'm probably going to be doing these more shorter videos because the last few videos I put up on my channel have taken like a couple hours to film and then several hours to edit, and so I'm going to be doing these easier, shorter videos like what I'm doing with Zach. And if you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a video. I post every 6 p.m. Saturday. And leave a comment to let me know how cute he is and how lucky I am to have him.
Excuse you. Or leave one to say how cute she is.
No?
Or at least like leave a comment to say if you want more of me in the videos.
Oh, yeah. No, I am thinking we should definitely do more videos together. Either like forcing him to read different books.
I don't
or
do that.
testing his knowledge on like books and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, maybe just comment that you hate me in the video so I don't have to go through that, right?
Okay. No one's going to do that.
Well, I can always try.
Okay. And thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.